What's up, all my YouTube gangsters and gangsterettes and homies and homiettes? VentureLink here. And the reason why I start this video off like this is because about a month ago, Rockstar Games released Grand Theft Auto 5. And as you can see, I happen to have a copy of Grand Theft Auto 5. And I completed it recently, and by completing it, I mean I completed, the main story and all that. Haven't really completed, many of the other missions, bought all the properties and etc. So I at least wanted to come in and say that I did complete Grand Theft Auto 5 and give my thoughts on it. Well, what can I say about Grand Theft Auto 5? Well, it's Grand Theft Auto 5, the latest installment of Grand Theft Auto, available on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. It's, everything you expect out of a Grand Theft Auto game. Government conspiracies, backstabbing, stealing people's vehicles, skirmishes with civilians, police wars, strip joints, picking up tooties, what have you. Anything and everything you can do in a Grand Theft Auto game, you can do it here and then some. Of course, there are major changes in Grand Theft Auto 5, like for example, instead of one protagonist, you can control 3 of them. Of course, there are 3 protagonists, so there's Franklin Clinton, who's, all calm, cool, and collective, and is a gangster, rising through the ranks and wanting to learn the ropes and all that. Then there's Michael Townsley, or DeSanta or whatever, some middle-aged guy who has a wife and kids and has had some experience here and wants to show Franklin the ropes as well. Then there's Trevor Phillips, some psychotic guy who lives in the countryside of Los Santos and is a psycho, and at times he's like a freaking bull through a china shop, and some of his missions even reflect that. Just as a heads up there, and I'm going to try not to spoil this too much, so keep that in mind too. And of course, when he meets up with Franklin, he'll show Franklin the ropes as well. Then eventually they all get together and do big heists and missions and all that as well. And each character has their own special car that is unique to them. It's like their signature car or whatever. Of course, you can always buy a garage or use your own garage to collect your own vehicles that you find out in the open. And of course, customize them as you please. So, and also, there is a stock market feature in Grand Theft Auto 5 that seems to be pretty interesting, and if you do some of the assassination missions, you can actually game the stock market in your favor, and you can break some big bucks off of that. Also, some things like the little mini missions, like say if you're going to do a heist and you need some specific items for a mission, like a fire truck or a police van or whatever, you'll get to go on many missions that allows you to collect the items that you need for the big heist later on, and that lets you complete the heist. And of course, you can hire crew members to get the heist done as well. There's even like people in need, like if people just out of nowhere get robbed or have a bad time with their significant other or whatever, you can always jump in and intervene and help them out. And well, the graphics are pretty good for the PlayStation 3 version. Some of the cars' handling, are a little extreme. Like all the bigger vehicles, have 2-speed, very slow and slow. And then all the Ferrari-like cars are fast and very fast. So keep that in mind as you go on your little bugging experience, I guess. Of course, you got a big area of Los Santos, and you got the downtown areas, the industrial areas, the countryside, and all that to explore as well. Of course, you can always buy properties and make income from that as well. Overall, I'd have to say that Grand Theft Auto 5 was a pretty good game. Coming from Grand Theft Auto 3, which is the only Grand Theft Auto game I played other than 5, it was a significant improvement, especially in the missions. How like anytime you get busted or wasted or whatever during a mission, it'll come up and say mission failed and the reason that it failed, and then you get a chance to retry the mission from a specific checkpoint. Whereas in previous Grand Theft Auto games, if you get wasted or busted or whatever, then the whole entire mission starts from square one, and most of the time you have to actually go back to the person that gave you the mission to restart the mission. But that actually changed to the Android version of Grand Theft Auto 3, where if you get wasted or busted, you just restart the mission from right back from the start. You don't have to find the person that gave you the mission or whatever. So that's actually a pretty nice touch. Of course, to go back and complete every mission to get a gold level, you can always do that too. There are also multiple endings in Grand Theft Auto 5. Without spoiling anything, of course, just know that there are 3 ways to end the main storyline. And of course, one of the protagonists, Franklin, has a dog, and if the iFruit app ever comes to fruition on Android, you can always download that and use it to train the dog as you please. That's maybe one of those things that's iOS only at the moment, so excuse me, I'm not sure how that's going to plan off right now. One thing I didn't like though is how with the special edition of Grand Theft Auto 5 you can get the blimp. You can input the code in the PlayStation Store, get the blimp, and you can call it the blimp as you please, of course, but the main drawback is that the blimp is only at one specific location in the game. And it's going to be hard to use the blimp, especially when you're Michael or Trevor and you're at the point in the game where you're exiled from the downtown portion of Los Santos, and the only place you can get a blimp is in the downtown area. It would be nice if you could summon the blimp to any of the other airports that you own, because you can actually buy an airport, and they could have summoned the blimp there too to make things easier. And of course, in Grand Theft Auto 5, you get the flying thing, which does have a decent learning curve to it, and can be difficult to master, but it is doable. And of course, if you keep screwing up the flying parts in the missions, you can always skip them and come back later to get 100% when you have some clue as to what you're doing. Overall, if you're over the age of 17 and have an interest in Grand Theft Auto, I would recommend you purchase this game. Go for it, give it a try, and good luck. And they have the Grand Theft Auto Online, where you can get online with Grand Theft Auto. You can play others online too. I haven't got a chance to get into that, but from what I hear, it seems to be pretty good. The only thing is, I don't think, like how they have PlayStation Network and Xbox Live, I don't think the two networks can just talk to one another. It's just two separate networks. So, guess that's all I gotta say on Grand Theft Auto 5. Like I said, go out and give it a try. I would recommend buying it. It's pretty good. Anyways, I'm AdventureLink. Thanks for watching my review. I hope it influenced you to at least give the game a try, and at least you learned a little something about Grand Theft Auto 5, and hopefully I've influenced you to get it. And we're going to close this review off by quoting Eric the Car Guy, reminding you guys out there to be safe, have fun, and stay dirty. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, praise, criticisms, etc., but no flames, fighting, spam, or other such bullcrap, hit me up in the comments section. Subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down, or in the video description. Feel free to hit them as you please, and watch over any of my old videos too. And I'll catch you all on the flip side. Catch you all on the south side. See you next time, dogs. Yo. Have a nice day.